So I watched that video and I just want to make a couple comments. When I was bulimic, they took a padlock, and my family doesn't talk about stuff. They just said, well, they just, one day I went in and I was locked out of the cabinet. And a couple other things were I had done what I guess I considered artwork or an installation in my studios, in my apartments. And it wasn't cheap. It wasn't outrageously expensive, but we had little parties and I was getting my artwork out to the community, people that came and stuff like that. But my dad went ballistic and he said that I had trashed my apartments. He never even came to see them. The negativity of the mental illness that he has is so difficult, but he doesn't admit he has, any problems. And I understand it comes from the day and age in which he was growing up, that he was supposed to control himself. And that was bad. His behaviors were him being a bad person. And that he had to go to a military academy to try to control himself, his explosive temper and things like that. And then he went to William and Mary because he was smart. And then he couldn't do that, so he had to go into the military, to go into the Marines. Control yourself, Frank. And then he eventually graduated from tech, and then over the years he could not make a living because of his issues. But it was always a measure of control, and the thing he couldn't control was his mental illness. But, he was never labeled as having an illness. Just something that was very difficult was making a living. But if he did, I'm not mad at him. I don't know if he knows or realizes that it's out of his control unless he were to see a psychiatrist and take medication for it. And it's just sad. It's so sad that he had to suffer.